Mamma mia! Mamma mia!
Nope. Nope.
Mamma mia!
This is Jason from Retro Gaming Asylum. Welcome to Game Masters.
Welcome to the eve that is Pittsburgh. Welcome to the Game Masters. Oh wait, is it too early for that?
Yeah, it's only
sorry.
October 1st.
Well, everybody around me, they got like the giant skeletons out, and they've got all the other spooky stuff. I just figured out what that. Anyways,
It's Christmas here.
hey, listen, I'm all about it. Like literally the day after Halloween, my wife will tell you Christmas stuff goes up. I'm not allowed to do it before the end of Halloween, but Christmas stuff goes up the day after November 1st. It'll be up. Tree,
Yes.
outside. And hopefully it's a warmer day because I like to put the lights and stuff outside. I don't like to freeze.
Exactly.
Anyways, welcome. Hey, we're here.
Yes, we are here. Howdy, howdy, y'all.
We are on the eve of setup day for the Pittsburgh Gaming Expo. I will be leaving tomorrow morning. I get there, Brandy. I can start getting stuff in at 9 o'clock, getting set up. Saturday, you guys are going to be really excited because we have Game Master Saturday planned at the Pittsburgh Gaming Expo because Brandy will be there, and it's going to be all Game Masters all day long. That could be good.
Go Pittsburgh!
So she's determined to get us evicted, if you will, from Pittsburgh. That's what I'm thinking.
No. It's the only time I'm allowed to yell "Go Pittsburgh."
So we got some folks in the chat room here. We'll say hi to y'all. Brandy, you want to pull some of those fellers up in here? Looks like most are fellers.
Yes, we have Retro Gamer 78. It's 1 a.m., which means it's Tech Buzz and Gamer Aimer time.
Nice.
Wow, we appreciate that. At 1 a.m.
1 a.m.
Isaac's in the chat as well.
Hey, Isaac, I got some meat grips for you later on, so you want to stick around. It's going to be pretty awesome, I'm telling you.
No, run now.
What Matt Astor, I like trash. What's that all about? I don't get it. Did I miss something?
Oh man, I don't know.
We're gonna have some fun. So that's all coming up, and I'm pretty stoked because I'll actually get to pick up some stuff this weekend. We have a really cool panel that we're going to be doing with Retro Gaming Asylum on imports because when he was stationed over in Japan, he was able to learn a lot about that. So we're gonna get an education lesson. Yeah, podcast canceled. Destination Switch. I'll see y'all this weekend. Awesome. Podcast canceled. Pause. Okay. All right. Wrong show, but that's okay. I know what you're saying. So that'll be a fun time. He's got some stuff that I'm going to be picking up. Because Brandy, guess what? I can actually pick up games now.
Wow. Oh,
yeah. Yeah. So you guys remember from the convention previous, we were up in Cleveland, and I had, shared with everybody something that was kind of, we don't really talk about our private life a lot of times. But I put it out there because, I wanted to show people like, hey, we're normal people. We have normal problems. Well,
debatable.
That's debatable. Yeah. Well,
yeah.
So back in the beginning of September, I had gotten laid off. My company had did away with my position. They eliminated it, which in turn eliminated me. But today, I had my final interview with a company, which I'm going to keep nameless right now. And they hired me. They offered me the job. I didn't get the official letter, if you will, from HR, but I mean that's formalities. But I know I'm going to accept it because I know what the pay is going to be, and so it's within my range. So I'm pretty excited because it's a load up, and I pity anybody that has to go through unemployment. I really do because I've had to go through it, and it's a nightmare. So, I'm excited, Brandy, because that means I can pick up some games, and I don't have to worry about not having an income and paying my bills, and all the adult stuff.
I know. Now you get to buy video games. There's nothing going wrong.
There's nothing. Yeah.
Buy games.
Yeah. We got Insane D Gamer and Retro Matt in the house, and like what? Okay, so what's Isaac saying here? He's like, I need to talk about Xbox Game Pass increasing prices by 50%, and now the website broke because everyone's trying to cancel their subscription. I don't know.
Rough. That's crazy.
I don't understand Microsoft. Can we just talk about that? Did you guys see the brand new controllers they brought out there? Please, somebody tell me. Somebody tell me, please, that these were not real controllers, Brandy. Did you see them? They look like PlayStation 5 controllers with a little Xbox sticker stuck on the center.
Oh, no.
Did you guys see them? I don't know if I could find something like that online. If you guys got a link to one of them, post it.
That can't be real.
Yeah, Matt, thanks. I appreciate that. But yeah, like that kid. I mean, seriously, they're like, Brandy. They look like. Do you remember the old Video Game System 1? It was called. It was supposed to be like the first online. You download it, but it looks like it's got two sticks that go like like PlayStation handles. Picture that, okay?
Yeah.
And it goes up and it comes straight across in a rectangle, and it looks
Oh, yeah, that thing.
yeah. That's the new Xbox controllers, and they're like, these are the
Nah,
most
that can't be real.
I'm hoping it's not real because it was white and it had like it was white and black. So I'm hoping that there was a spoof or something. See what you can find on that.
It had to be.
But it's making me think that it might be legit because of what Isaac's saying about the Xbox Game Pass. I haven't renewed my Xbox Online probably in 2 years, and I'm not going to. I don't play it.
Hyperkin announced a new controller modeled after the PS5.
I'm okay if Hyperkin did it, only because third parties are okay with that. Yeah, that's what it looked like. Yeah, but Xbox. Somebody was claiming that it was Xbox.
No, it looks like
Okay, well if it's
during CES
Hyperkin, that's fine.
2025, a competitor gamepad for the Xbox and PC.
Hey,
So
what's
it's
up,
modeled
Will?
after that.
Not for the prices of the packages that they offer. Absolutely. Game Closet, I hope you're feeling better. I did get your text. I saw Big D says new Xbox controllers. Okay, so if it's Hyperkin releasing it, okay, that makes me feel better. Because they're allowed to make different, just like some of the other controllers, the Retro Fighters, they make different styles. That's okay. But Microsoft, if you're trying to pass that off as your own, there's something wrong. There's just something wrong. And I've had some. How much have you seen? Because I know you don't have a Switch 2 yet, but how much have you seen with the Mario Galaxy 1 and 2? But before you answer that, we have to run our news section.
Hi, this is William Jackson from Millennium Flashbacks. You're watching the Game Masters on YouTube.
Now that I did that right, like a good producer should, did you see Mario Galaxy 1 and 2? There's a lot of discrepancy with this. A lot of people are really ticked off right now because if you remember,
it because of the price?
Well, the price is one thing, but I don't know if you remember, but when you played Mario Galaxy on the Wii, you played with like the nunchuck and the little thumbstick. So a lot of people were looking forward to playing this game with mouse controls since the Switch 2 has mouse controls. So that kind of mimics that, holding. Okay. Come to find out, after doing some digging, that mouse controls will only work on Galaxy in 2-player mode, not in single-player mode. So come to find out, in Reddit forums and Facebook forums, people are furious. They're like, Nintendo, what are you doing to us? Why are you doing this? So I don't know if it bothers anybody else out there. I personally don't care. I haven't done anything with the mouse controls. I even forgot that I had it. But for those that really had their hearts set on it, Brandy, what do you think about that? Do you think that they dropped the ball on it?
I'm curious to kind of hear what their reasoning is. I don't really know enough about the Switch 2 and those
You're
controls. I know. I'm ill prepared. Someone just
You got the ill part right. I saw it but hated the Wii. Everybody, listen, I haven't really gotten into these games. I have them both for the Wii. Did you play it much on the Wii?
Yeah, I did.
So you did play it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Project Retro Games, you're fired. He says he's not making it to Pittsburgh. He needs to come to Pittsburgh. That would have been a lot of fun hanging out. Okay. Vocal minority. But no, in all seriousness though, I was actually going to pick this up because I want to see it. I want to see it in 4K. I want to see the I want to see how it looks on the Switch 2. But at the time, I was kind of debating whether I pick that up or wait till it goes on sale down the road and get Metroid Prime 4.
Yeah.
That one, I mean, I've been waiting for that game. Like that game, and that's not coming out till what? December? Or is it November?
Maybe November. I'm not sure.
I forget when I forget what the timeline was, but somebody in the chat room might know. Again, that's why they're my second brain.
Or first.
Oh yeah, depending on who you're talking to. If it's so I was kind of waiting to save up money to get that then. So I know my kid wants that too, so we'll be getting it. But
Nice.
I'm curious to see how well it does because I believe tomorrow Mario Galaxy goes on sale.
Okay.
So the only way I'll get it after I get back from Pittsburgh. I'm not going to get it beforehand. But Borderlands 4, my kid ended up getting that for PlayStation 5. And as you know, Borderlands 4 was basically, put on hold indefinitely until they can work out some kinks and stuff like that. But he loves it for PlayStation 5. So I would encourage anybody out there. I haven't played it. I've looked at it. It looks really good.
Mhm.
If you're on the fence about it, pick it up. My son says it's really good. You guys need to come to Raleigh. What the heck is even in Pittsburgh besides a bunch of metal? Well, right now there's nothing in Raleigh going on. I heard there's like a convention coming up. I think it's like in March or May. Is it something around there? And there's this guy that runs it, and he wants us to come really bad, but he's never even put out an invite. He just he just keeps saying we need to come. There's a guy in here that he sends in here. Anyways, so Tim says, "Yep, getting it right away." I did not like the motion controls, but they're still good games. They look like good games. I got to put some more time into them. Metroid 4 is December 4th. Okay, so right in time for holiday. So do you think that this is something we should pre-order? New cheat code. Found some local libraries that rent out games for free up to 3 weeks. Oh, that's interesting. So December 4th, are you going to have the Switch 2 by that time, Brandy? Are you buying
It is quite possible. I do have a birthday that's before then.
Oh! When is said birthday?
At the end of October.
Is
so
it?
Hopefully, I'll have one by then, so that Christmas.
Wait a second.
I'll get games.
What day at the end of October?
Why?
I just want to know. What's the date?
The 25th.
Oh, dang it! It's a Saturday. I thought it was going to be a Wednesday night.
Oh, okay. I see what we're doing.
I was going to say if it's a Wednesday,
Is it on a Saturday?
the 25th is a Saturday. Yep.
Wow, look at that. I haven't had a Saturday. I'll be in bed by like 5.
So what we got to do is on the 22nd, it's going to be the birthday blowout on the Game Masters for Brandy. So mark your calendars for the 22nd. Bring your super chats so Brandy can buy some games for her Switch 2. So make sure you guys mark that on your calendar. The birthday bash on October 22nd for Brandy.
Okay, it'll be a birthday party.
A virtual birthday party. They all want to come to your birthday party. Come on now.
I mean, that would be fun. Everyone's invited over. We could have a real birthday party.
That'd be fun. Already have Prime 4 pre-ordered. Super Metroid was one of my all-time favorites, Tim says. That's pretty cool. Got to party hard in the morning. Love anything Metroid. I do like. Retro Rally Gaming event is October 19th. Is that another one? How many does he do a year?
They do a bunch of different ones.
Well, what the heck?
I know.
I was looking in my email. I don't see a plane ticket. Nope, nothing. Nothing in the email.
They do have the limited run games event on my birthday. That's right.
Is he? All joking aside, is he close to? Is he close to the limited run games?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was like, was it 20 minutes or something away? 15?
I just know Minato Max. He went there, and I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know how far away it was. So.
Yep. I think it's very close to their the convention that I just went to.
What do you think about Pokemon Legends 2? They're asking in the chat room.
Oh, I don't know.
Is that something you're going to pick up? I don't get into the Pokemon games. Like, I tried on the Switch 1, and I know people are probably going to shoot me. I'll probably pick it up just because I'm going to sound like a dirty reseller right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll pick it up because they go up in value. Just gonna be perfectly honest with y'all.
Yeah. I am a little bit behind on the Pokemon games. By a little bit, I mean several years behind. So one day, if I have time, I'd like to try out some of the newer ones, but I'm not too sure.
So yeah, it's one of those things where we're gonna have to see. I know people are gonna hate on me because of the Pokemon. My kids get into the Pokemon games. I just don't. But
Yeah.
my daughter's really hoping for an Animal Crossings 2 to come out
Nice.
in next year, the beginning. But there is a game that's similar to Animal Crossings that's going to be coming out. So,
Yeah.
let's see here. What does he say here? Chason says free events through the year, and
Yep.
Game and Geek Expo is once a year. It's our big show. Is that the one that you went to, Game and Geek?
Yeah,
right?
I went to the Game and Geek Expo.
Okay.
Let him know. My short went viral, and it's the one that happened at your convention, and I'm pretty upset about it. If you guys know, you guys know. You'll have to look at my
Wait.
short.
So you're wait. So your short went viral at Jason's convention,
Yeah.
and you're upset about it.
Yeah.
So now he's going to be upset that you're upset about what he was upset about.
It's just a pen. It is a pen. A writing utensil. It is a pen.
I would uninvite her. Jason, I would just because she said that I would uninvite her. You don't
It
need
went
that. You don't need
viral.
that. Listen, you don't need that kind of negativity there. Okay?
You should tell that to my
What's-
comment section.
What's my motivation? Okay? That's all I'm going to say.
I don't like it. That short went viral. I blame him. It's
That's why
his
the shorts do
convention.
so well. They follow their master. I mean, I'm just saying. Ah. Oh, okay. So yeah, there is a that Pokemon Animal Crossing-ish Wish game. Yeah, that's coming out. I think it's first quarter next year that my daughter's interested in. It's kind of like a Tamagotchi. I think it's called Tamagotchi Land or Tamagotchi World or something along those lines. But she was looking forward to that. I forget what one. I don't play that stuff, so I don't know. But she was pretty stoked about it.
Very cool.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. It's a lot of cool games going to be coming out. That thumbnail does not look like a pen.
It's a pen. It's a
I
pen.
don't know about that. So one of the things that we are going to do is when we're at Pittsburgh, one of the things that I had the idea for. So nobody steal my ideas, okay? It takes me a while to come up with my ideas, especially when I have to think very hard. And that, as Brandy will tell you, it kind of hurts my head when I have to think.
Yeah, it does.
But one of the things that I don't know a lot about import games. That's kind of what sparked the topic today, okay? Because our good buddy from Retro Gaming Asylum, Jason, he's going to join us on a Game Masters panel on Saturday. It's just going to be me, Brandy, and him. We're going to talk about imports because he was stationed over in Japan, so he's had a lot of time when he was in the service playing a lot of import games. And we're going to kind of get into showing some of the stuff here. But one of the things I want to get into is starting a collection of Famicom games. As you guys know, I'm going for the complete North American collection. But a lot of the NES, but a lot of things, with the Famicom, it's cheaper than they are NES. So it might be easier to get my hands on. But my question to everybody out there, and I'm going to ask Jason the same question, maybe Brandy, you have the answer to this, is when it comes to Famicom games, and I know certain ones like the Zelda games, they're pretty much similar to the original NES games, or vice versa. They're similar, but there are certain Famicom games that are different when it comes to Mario Brothers. What other games are different on the Famicom that you would recommend somebody like myself who doesn't know a lot about it but want to get an experience with the Famicom, that playing imports, the import game is different than the NES version if you play a lot of imports? That's my question to you, the community, or Brandy, or anybody else that might have an answer, because those are the games I want to start looking for at the convention. And I want to do some content on it. I think it'll be a lot of fun because not many people are doing and covering that. So, of course, I want to be different. So I'm going to try something.
Yeah, I noticed that with a few. When I was doing research on, I bought like 200 plus Super Famicom games from someone, and she just like shipped them to me. And
Famicom or Super Famicom?
Super Famicom.
Okay.
And I noticed on some of the games they were a little bit different.
How so?
I'm trying to like remember.
Were the levels different, or were the graphics different? Maybe the characters. What do you remember?
I think some of them were like either completely different games, or when they translated over here, I think some of the stuff was missing.
Mm.
So it was like a chopped down version or something. And that was like a few Super Famicom games. And then I noticed a lot of them, they continued the franchise on the Super Famicom, and they cut it here. And there were a lot of really good games like Sailor Moon and Dragon Ball Z and stuff that we never got, but they got them over there. And they're actually fun, like fighting games.
So that's something I'm kind of looking forward to. That's what
Yeah.
I want. I want some of those games like the Sailor Moons and whatnot for Super Famicom, obviously.
Yeah.
So Insane D Gamers did most of the superheroes are kind of different. So that's what we want. Those of you guys that are experienced in the imports, let us know. We might even put this out as a community question for next week. I know we're going to probably do a wrap up of Pittsburgh, but we still will be talking a little bit about imports next week. Send us a little video clip, maybe of your import collection, and maybe some of those import games that you want us to look at that you feel is different than the NES counterpart or Super NES counterpart or whatever other system that you have imports for. I'm curious. This whole import thing has got me very, very, very curious, Brandy. Like, I've never been into imports before.
Okay, we have Tim is saying, isn't there more censorship when they are brought over like RPGs? And Chase is saying, I think you're right, Tim.
Okay. So like blood and maybe
censorship and some other things.
X-rated stuff probably. I need Reggie on here. Well, yeah, we probably need Reggie. Well, maybe we'll have to
expand this this topic. This is just a little bit of like a dive in.
Yes.
So that we can, because he's focusing in on some things at the convention. I will be too, so we'll have to dive into it a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm not an expert when it comes to imports. I'll be the first. I have a bunch of import games, but this is something I brought up to Brandy, and I would love if Reggie would. Maybe I'll reach out to Reggie and ask him to put together a little quick video that we could show on the show here.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Because we don't really do guests on the show right now, and so I think doing like a little clip that he could send in about some of the imports that he would suggest, especially to new collectors.
Yeah, I think that'd be helpful.
I mean, wouldn't you, if you were getting into like a new collection of imports, what system would you suggest to go after? Would you go after, like my thinking is Famicom when I look at it, because a lot of Super Famicom games are expensive. Not all of them, but there are a few, right? But regular Famicom, it seems like they're pretty, they are pretty well priced and versatile, right?
Yeah.
Super Famicom has so many shooters and fighting amazing games.
It does.
Okay.
Yep.
Let's see here. Retro Matt says, I wish I could remember who did the YouTube channel for comparing US Japanese versions of games, what they changed and stuff like that. That would be really awesome to check out if you find a link to them.
I think I have seen a few. I think when I was doing research on some of the Super Famicom games that I got, I think I saw a few channels that did that.
Or even PS1, like Tim Keller saying, like, and I know you, Brandy, you got some Sega Saturn games that are imports, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, there's imports for everything. So I'm curious because some people might say, like, okay, stay away from this system if you're going to do imports, or this is the system you really want to hone in on. I'm doing the Famicom just because, Brandy, because of my love for Nintendo, and I think it would be cool to have a counterpart collection. And I don't believe there's, I could be wrong, but I don't believe there's as many Famicom games as there is NES games. Am I right in that?
Oh, I wouldn't even know.
Does anybody know how many are in the complete collection?
Let's go to Google
of Famicom, because I thought I saw somebody said that there wasn't, but I could be completely wrong. Again, I don't know enough about imports to. I'm just kind of throwing it out there.
AI is saying there's over 1,500 officially.
Okay, so I'm wrong. That's okay. So
which
1,500
includes
games.
the disc system
Oh, right.
and the standard,
That makes sense. It's probably half disc, half standard.
along roughly 194 games for the Famicom disc system. Over 1,000.
So over 1,000. And depending on who
But
you
how
ask,
many of those are the same? Like, how many is it exclusive?
Well, right. That's so those are the that's what we're gonna have to check out. So this is going to be a learning process, not only for me, but maybe for Brandy, maybe for you guys, as you follow us on this journey as we kind of dive into some imports, because I'm really curious, because I want to know, even from my personal opinions when I start getting these games, which ones I like, and let you guys know which ones that I think are cool, and if you want to break into it. Boundary Break has a region break thing that they did for a while with different games. I want to say, Did You Know Gaming did several as well. Okay, I'll have to check those guys out. I have several Super Famicom games. Can be pricey, but they're see. I have a Mario All-Stars completed box minty Super Famicom, and it's worth a good penny.
Yeah, but complete in the box and all that. You're talking extra.
But I got it dirt cheap
you
at a
get
convention before the
50
price went.
Mahjong games.
Yeah, so that's again. I want to check out some of these. I think it'd be fun. Break away from the traditional American style games and see what's out there. Even though I can't, in steps, you're gonna love some of the games. In fact, let me switch over to that camera, Brandy, if I can.
Yeah.
I want to show. We'll go to my desk. I don't know if I guess that's what we're calling it, the desk camera. So I brought over a couple imports that I have here. So one of them is like a dodgeball game. This is for the PC Engine. So this one's actually really fun. I don't know what it's actually called because I can't read Japanese. But if you guys can tell by looking at the cover, this is a really fun game. I was kind of playing it on the Japanese PC Engine. This game here as well. This is like a fighting game. I don't know what the name of it is. A lot of them I pop them in. I'm like, oh, this is fun, but I don't know what they're called or how to read them. But these are, again, I probably have like, I want to say 25, 30 PC Engine Japanese. This is one of the fighting games as well. Something 3. Can't remember.
Good job.
Yeah, see, I'm good.
Something.
So listen, I got a really good deal down there at Retro Gaming Asylum for a PC Engine. I put a whole new case on it, and then he gave me a bunch of games, and I've been having a blast with them. So I can't read Japanese.
Something.
Something. That's going to be our something 3 is top tier. There it is, Steph. See, that's going to go. I can. This is something for the Famicom. This is called Space Invaders. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. My good buddy Daryl, he gave this to me at the last convention. This is kind of what got me intrigued to go to Famicom. Like I want to play this. So this is my only Famicom game right now, guys. I'm hoping to get Mario's because some of the Mario's are different. Super Famicom, I probably got like 75. I got this game here. I think this is a sports title. I'm not even sure. It could be a fighting game for all I know.
Something 95.
Something. Yeah. You're supposed to be the one reading Japanese, not me.
Oh, okay. I know that now.
This is JRA Rat or something. I don't know. Pat, whatever that is. It's just a different color. This is Mario Kart. I at least know that.
Good job.
I can read that Japanese. I don't know. Can you read it?
Yeah.
Matt Astra knows this is the sequel to something 2. So yeah. Okay. Anyways, I've got a bunch of these. These are ones I just showed. But even Brandy, even the design, completely different from the American version. And this I got from this is one that I got from Carlos. From he sent it out. This is again one of the Neo Geo CD games here. And Carlos does a really good job. I don't know if you guys have seen this. Project Retro Games. He even gives you the dog tag inside.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah, he does a really good job. So, believe it or not, I've had Japanese imports. He has the American ones too. Like, well, he'll do it that. But what he does, Carlos will a lot of times he'll update the tracks and things sound better. And for the record, Neo Geo CD is just something I like to play, Brandy. It's not something that I'm collecting for, like, because the prices are outrageous. Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Oh, this one's did I grab the PC Engine one? I did grab the PC Engine one. That's my bad. I laid it down and I went to grab the one for the Neo Geo CD because I saw the dog tag really quick and I grabbed it. So I have no way of playing this because I don't have. That's why I wasn't going to bring it out here because I don't have a Turbo Duo. See, that's what happens when you can't read Japanese. I can't play it on PC Engine because I don't have the CD drive. I don't have the CD drive for any Turbo. So that's kind of the bummer. All right, Homebrew. I don't know if anybody knows this game. Have you ever seen this game?
Yes.
Well, you of course you've seen this game. I want to see the chat room. We got to wait for the chat room. This is imported from a certain YouTuber's house. I'll give you a hint. Does anybody know? Don't tell them that. They're gonna zoom in the video. They're gonna zoom in the video to see who's on the cover. I'm gonna cover it now so that they can't see who's on the cover.
They can just rewind.
Shh. You're not helping the situation. No, of course, Retro Matt. Thanks, Matt. Appreciate it. Anyways, I got this. John Riggs signed this right here on the corner. I had to have him sign it. Not that I need a signature, but yeah, Beavis. I got this from John Riggs. Cool. I bought it at the convention. Always like supporting the indie developers. I actually have one from John Hancock. I have his other one. I didn't bring all of them out, but I do have the one from John Hancock. And then we have the other Homebrew, which will break your NES, although it didn't break my NES. I'm still waiting on the replacement. the Homebrew of the Rugrats. This was actually a fun game. I've been playing it. I know you're a big Rugrats fan. That's kind of why I brought it out here.
I played it at PAX East the one year that I went, and I got the cool limited edition pin for it.
You actually did content on it, which is why I bought it. So if Limited Run is listening, she's the reason that I bought this game, just so you all know, because you wouldn't have sold hardly half of these copies if she didn't do it. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Although I got the I think I got the green cartridge or blue cartridge, one of the two. But they say it'll blow up your NES. Mine didn't. I've been playing it. I guess it overheats or some nonsense like that. But those are just a few of my homebrew and import games since we're talking about this. So we don't really have any pickups this week. But I thought I would show some of the different ones that I have.
Oh, it's just a regular button, like a button pin, not anything fancy. It looked real cheap.
Wait,
but had it.
What looked cheap?
The little pin. Retro Matt's asking what kind of pin.
For the
when I
Rugrats.
went to Limited Run, they had a couple different ones out, and I just reached my hand in and I was grabbing pins.
Yep.
So
that's pretty cool.
I just figured it'd be another. When I do like my little shelf overview of like my Switch area and my game room tour and stuff, I kind of pan over it. So
yeah, that's always how it is. They give you those little trinkets and stuff like that. Have you guys seen Chumley's Adventure: The Quest for Pinky? I've actually seen that they had the game on the TV show that they showed it, but I didn't know that was an actual game that they made.
Yeah, I feel like I've heard of it because of that.
Can you buy that game, or was Chumley just sending it out to random people? When on Pawn Stars, I remember seeing that he showed it, like he was trying to get what's his name to buy his game. He's like, "Hey, Rick, you want to buy my game?"
Huh.
It's neat getting stuff like that, though. Oh, neat. Sorry, I thought that was Isaac. I thought he was putting meat in there.
Here we go.
Okay, wait. I promised Isaac. I got to go back to that camera. Hang on a second.
Oh man.
I promised. Listen here. Come on now. I guess I'm not going to play the bumper for what did we pick up because this isn't a pickup. But check this out.
Uh-huh.
All right. I was all comfortable too. So a company reached out. I actually have a video coming out tomorrow on this, so I'm not going to give you my review of this. But it's actually a Switch 2 case, right? So you put this cheap backing on and knock all over your games that are on the side. But this backing, I'll talk about it later in my video. You'll have to wait. But this is like the front that protects your Switch 2, and then it has a bunch of game slots for your games to take on the way. But the best part, Brandy, is the meat grips. Yes.
Oh, no.
Look at these meat grips, man. Look at them. For your Switch 2, come on. These are probably the best part of the product because they are solid. Man, these suckers, like, it makes you feel like you're holding like an actual controller as opposed to holding like a piece of waffle paper. So like you can hold it and it I don't know, it contours to your hand really nice. This is my favorite part of the whole product because it feels natural. Like I got a bunch of these special grips for my Switch 2. But anyways, that's what I had to show. I'm not going to dive into this. You guys will have to watch the video. But
they put meat grips in the comments.
They put meat grips in the comments. See? The meat grips for it. I knew you guys would love that.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I do remember when he came to Too Many Games, Chumley.
If you know, you know. That's all I'm going to say.
Yep, I remember that. I do.
So anyways, yeah, the Joy-Cons holding it without any kind of, it doesn't matter if you use like those types. We'll call them meat grips since that's what I've been calling them because I know everybody gets a kick out of it. Using something like that, or I know Beat 'em Ups has his own like, I don't know what holder, grip holder. I don't know what you call them. But
yeah, I think I did see a picture of that.
Yeah, he's got one. I like those for the Switch. It makes me like if you played the PlayStation Portal, it has the handle grips just like a PS5 controller, Brandy. Like you hold it, it feels like you're holding something. Where the Switch, it almost feels like you're gonna break it. Like
interesting. Yeah,
I like my 8-bit do. Tim says so. I don't know. I personally, I like stuff like that. It feels good. Saying suckers and meat grips in the same sentence, seek help. Yeah, well, I didn't say that, so. But I know, like I said, I know Beat 'em Ups has one, and I know a bunch of other guys. Satisfy Grip. So I haven't checked out those guys.
Yeah, I haven't heard of that.
Ori, yep. So a lot of those grips, I think it's a must. Even if you're a Switch 1 user, yeah, you got to have those grips. They just feel good. Unless you're playing it, Brandy, where you're setting the screen down, you're just kind of holding it in your hands like with the little controller.
But you have to be comfortable.
Yeah, I feel like the bigger your hands are, the harder it is using the Switch, the way it is without like a grip situation, because I feel like you can't, like when you're playing games like Fortnite and other games that are shooters where you have to aim and shoot with your paddle buttons on top, it's kind of hard because it just doesn't feel comfortable to hit those. I feel like it's going to cramp my wrist. But when you get those,
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, you don't have one.
I don't have that problem.
But yeah, you got small hands, so. But those
I don't have to worry about that.
But those types of grips, yeah. The Satisfy grip, is that what Beat 'em Ups is through Satisfy? Okay, I thought about getting his, but I've gotten ones from other places that I thought were really good. So I would recommend anybody getting any type of grip. It doesn't have to be the meat grips that I just showed you. You can pretty much get anything. But while we're done talking about meat grips, let's talk about what you're playing. I didn't get one this week because I had a busy week, but you did. So let's take a look.
Hey, this is Michael Rickard from Wildcard Video Games. You are watching Game Masters on YouTube. Enjoy.
All right, what are we looking at here?
We have Donkey Kong. Since you guys made fun of me in the video that I didn't have this game for my collection, weirdly enough, I decided that I would play some Donkey Kong, and I've actually been playing it on the NES.
Are you any good at it?
I get better as I go.
Okay.
It's different than playing the arcade, I will say. very similar, but at the same time, something about playing it on the arcade.
No, I agree with you. I think this game was meant for sticks and buttons. Like, I have a hard time playing with a Nintendo controller on this game. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Well, at least you killed Donkey Kong for the first time.
No, so that was one that I was pretty excited to play, and I did have another Donkey Kong game, one of the classic ones, I think, on the list, so I had to highlight that because my list was not updated.
Oh.
So I didn't buy a duplicate, thankfully, but I have the orange.
Yeah, you have
label.
you have the Donkey Kong Classics with Donkey Kong Jr.
Yeah,
that's the one I
do have that one. It was in my NES Sharp TV, so I didn't realize it. Yeah.
Oh, it was in my Sharp TV.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Jumpman has squeaky shoes. Yes, he does. All right. So we're trying to keep this short today. We're going to try to have you guys out of here by 9 o'clock because I still got to load the truck and I got to put stuff in there. So we want to show, what's this other game that you have here? The Vectrix game, which is actually pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
I actually watched your video on this. I thought this was, I've never seen the Vectrix before. I've never played it. I've seen it, but
the Vectrix is awesome. It's one of my favorite consoles to play, and I feel like it's more your time. It's over 40-some years old, so I feel like this is right up your alley.
I'm gonna mute her, folks.
But I like this one because it's like a space shooter, and then it has this really cool like transition to. You'll see it in just a second. It like transitions over, so you kind of get a little bit more for your money. And this is a newer homebrew game that kind of just came out, and I've been having fun. So you transition over in the spaceship, and now it's like a platformer.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's kind of like a run and gun. So, it's like pretty neat. It reminds me of Donkey Kong. That's where the like whole parallel was.
Well, I was trying to figure out what's that thing above your head. Like, is that a bird or something? Because at one point you run away from it, but then it looks like you go back and you collect it. Am I wrong?
I think it's fuel. I think that's supposed to be fuel. I was a little afraid of everything here, but you could see my fuel.
Yeah, because that thing killed you, but I wasn't sure if.
Yeah, I think it's fuel. I'm still learning everything, but it's called Major Tom. It's on the Vectrex. It comes with the overlay, the cartridge, a big thick manual, and then here it even has the music in it for like it's actually really cool. It's kind of modeled off after what is it, the movie or whatever. And there's a
You're
song.
asking me?
Gosh, I should know these things.
Major
Tom song. Space Oddity. It's like kind of like the music in there. So they have like a whole like it's a whole thing. This game is like a whole thing, a whole meaning towards it.
So Daryl comes and the first thing out of his mouth is insert old man Walker joke here. You see this guy? You see how this guy is? He comes in.
Well, you said you never heard of a Vectrex, and I'm it's more your age than
I've heard of the Vectrex. I've seen the Vectrex. I've never played the Vectrex. Let me quantify that.
Yeah, ground control to Major Tom.
Just like the Odyssey? I've never played one of them. I've seen it. I could have bought the Magnavox Odyssey.
Okay.
I never played it. Never cared to play it. Not that it's bad. I'm just saying, like, it just never appealed to me. I could have got one complete in box multiple times. So let me ask you something. What draws you to the Vectrex? Because that game actually looked interesting, but I feel like I'm going to have an epileptic seizure looking at that screen. It kind of reminds me of like the earlier computer games that they had, where you like that you put the games inside of the keyboards.
It's a little flashy, I will say.
Yeah,
I think what draws me to it is my uncle. He had a Frenzy arcade machine in his house.
Okay.
Growing up, and he had a Donkey Kong Jr. arcade machine next to it. He had a bunch of pinball machines and all this. So I think because I grew up playing on those arcade games, like Frenzy, which is very similar to Berserk. So they have Berserk first.
Yeah.
I think when I found a Vectrex, I played Berserk, and it immediately brought me back.
So it's
to
more
playing
nostalgia for
Frenzy.
you than
It's
than
like
it is anything.
nostalgic.
Okay.
And even though like the timeline is different, I guess, I feel like it really like it sat with me and stayed with me that I had to go for every single game. So I went for like the library of the games, minus the one that's like over $5,000 or $10,000 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But I went through like all of them. I got every single game, and then I started buying the homebrew games. And something about how they look and how they sound with the overlay, I love it.
Well, let me ask you guys, and Brandy as well. Let me ask you something with this. So when I look at the Vectrex, when I look at the Odyssey, when I look at even some of the older systems that you could slide the cartridge into like a keyboard, and Mike Graham used to have one of them, the Texas Instruments one, and different things like that. Let me ask you, isn't the Vectrex kind of one of the last of the video game computer systems before they went to console based, like the Atari and Television Coleco, that type of thing? It almost seems like it's one of the last. Like your Magnavox Odyssey was a computer based gaming console.
This was around the video game market crash that happened, and it was like discontinued shortly after, or around that time.
But did they market it as a computer, or did they market it as a gaming console?
I don't know, because it has like that TV built into it.
That's why I'm asking. I don't think there's a right or wrong answer. I'm just curious.
Yeah, I'm curious how it originally.
Does anybody know? Does anybody know? Yeah. Was it marketed as a gaming like computer, or was it marketed as a? I mean, Kevin's in here. He would know. Was it after Atari? So Tim Keller says it's after Atari. I don't know. I was really young at the time of Atari. I was like 7.
It was like 82, 83 or something.
So CC Games is saying, Kevin's saying it was arcade experience at home. So So it sounds like then maybe it was around those times. Remember when Coleco started making those little Donkey Kong, Frogger, Pac-Man, like mini replicades where you sat there? Because we had them in grade school. I remember in second grade I was playing them.
Tabletop looking.
Yes, they look like. I wonder if this. Oh, so it came out in '83. So I wonder if this was kind of like their answer to that when they're saying like like Kevin's saying arcade experience at home.
Yeah, I guess more arcade based then because of the vector graphics.
Okay, because I mean, you did have asteroids. You had Centipede. They were all like vector based, kind of. More so asteroids and I'm trying to think of the other one. What's the other one where you Tron? I don't know if Tron the Tron where you spin it and it goes around in the wheel. I don't know if that's considered vector, or did they have vector graphics? My Tron doesn't look vector, but I know my asteroids. Kevin over there was definitely vector. Tempest, thank you, Tempest. That was the one I was thinking of. I have Tempest over there. Tempest. That's also vector. Vector on a modern screen, which is kind of funny, but I don't mind them. Don't get me wrong. I don't mind the game. I have zero nostalgia. So like somebody could come up to me at a convention and be like, "Here's one complete in box. I'll give it to you for like $75." And most people would be like, "Oh my gosh, that's a steal. You should take it." I'd be like, like I that's how much nostalgia I have for it. Like I wouldn't buy it for that just because I don't think I'd ever play it. Maybe I'd play it once when I brought it home.
No, I love it. And I think like the music, how cool it sounds on it, like I don't know, they're doing really fun things with all these homebrew games.
That's the cool part about it.
Yeah, like I feel like there's so many people passionate about this system. I mean, this system's over 40 years old.
Yeah.
And people are still making games. Even BD Retro Mods, I showed off the controller that he made as well. Like people are still making things for the system to this day. There's a whole community on Facebook.
Yeah.
The games are coming out. They're doing advancements with things. Like it's just
I'll tell you,
looks good, sounds good.
The original Star Wars, I have it on Arcade 1-Up, the sit-down cabinet that is vector graphics. I love that game, especially with the one where you got to shoot the cord around the AT-AT's feet and you got to trip them up. Yeah. I have like the highest score on that you can play. Like
Wow.
My kids hate me on that because I love that game. So I understand your love for the vector graphics style games.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I have no nostalgia. I'm not going to go out and buy the console. What does something like that go for, complete in box, to a collector?
Well, out of the box, I got mine years ago for like $150 or $200 or something, and nowadays they're like $400+ without the box.
Loose. Okay.
So with the box, so if you got one for $75, I would take that in a heartbeat.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like somebody like you, but even at that, knowing how much that cost.
Yeah.
And I know everybody in the it's around $700 in the box. Daryl says so. I'll take that to the bank because I know Daryl's up on that stuff. Okay, yeah. So if somebody came to me and said, "I'll get you can have it for $75," I would rather see it go to somebody like you who has nostalgia for it. That's not going to sell it than me to buy it for $75. Does that make sense? Like I don't think I'd get the enjoyment out of it. The fact that it's worth $700 in a box. Okay, great, but
yeah.
I honestly, like, I'd rather have like I know people are going to shoot me on this, but I'd rather have a Virtual Boy. That's just me. Okay.
Nah.
I'd
rather have more Vectrex.
I have more nostalgia for the Virtual Boy. So my thing would be if you're out there, like if you were at a convention with me and I knew it was going to be a collector piece for you and you wanted it, I'd rather say to you, here, you take it for $75, take it to your collection. It's going to be, taken care of, pristine. It's not going to be resold like some of these dirty resellers do, like this guy here. I like to give him crap. This guy here, dirty reseller, Daryl Best. Watch out for him. See, that's what the D in Daryl stands for. Dirty. Just kidding. Somebody like him that would appreciate it, that wants it for his collection. It's where you give him first dibs. Where now, he's so dirty. But now, no. But all joking aside, somebody like you're more nostalgic for Super Nintendo and even N64, where I'm not really nostalgic for Nintendo 64. I like playing it.
Yeah.
But I would rather collect for the NES over the N64 because that was my era, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah, and like my holy grail kiosk would be a Vectrex kiosk.
Now the kiosk looks cool, just to have something like that as a conversation piece for those. But honestly, Brandy, how many people have come over to your house and they've said, "Hey, Brandy, nice Vectrex you got there." Friends and family, like, do they know what that is, or
no,
did you have to tell them?
People have pointed it out. Like, what's that little TV? That's what they say. What's that little TV?
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like nobody knows what
they don't know what it is.
Nobody. If you're not in this space, if you're not a collector, just like the Magnavox Odyssey, just like the Commodore 64. Now, most people don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Unless you're a collector or grew up in that era or owned one, you're not going to know what it is. Nintendo, you remember when we were growing up?
People just know Atari and they know like Nintendo.
I was just going to say that. If somebody had a video game, it was a Nintendo. They didn't care if it was Sega, TurboGrafx, you had a Nintendo. It's kind of like when the iPod first came out, right? And they had all those generic MP3 players that were out there. Oh, you have an iPod.
Yeah.
Everything was an iPod, right?
And everything was an iPhone.
Everything's an iPhone. Whether you have an Android, so it's kind of that same thing here. We're the minority here. I like Steps Turbo in here. She mentioned about going to Stone Age Gamer. Stone Age Gamer has the Vectrex kiosk, which is really cool. I like looking at it. Would I want to own one? If I had the room, I'd probably want to own that Brandy more than anything else, just because it looks cool.
Yeah.
But for no other reason. Like, I don't know. I don't know if I'd play. Yes, everything's a Game Boy. That's the other thing. When the handheld movement came out and handhelds were huge, oh, I got a Game Boy, and then you find out, you come to your friend's house and it's like a Game Gear or
Tiger Electronics.
Tiger Electronics. Yeah, I got a Game Boy. No, he's 100% right. So I don't know. I think it's up to. it's up to certain individuals, I guess what you want to call it. But my question is to you guys, and I want to put this out there because you got a whole week. I don't want to hear no complaints and no craziness. Send me or Brandy a message on Facebook or email us what your favorite import is. We want to compare some of that stuff with what we pick up next week from the convention. And show us what your favorite homebrew, your favorite import that you own. Either send us a short little video. If you don't want to be on the video, that's fine. Just stand there and point it at your import and tell us what it is, why you like it, and send it to us so we can showcase it on the show here. And as we're getting into some of this stuff, and send it to one of us. It could be 30 seconds. It could be a minute. Send us some of the videos we want to show people, because this is the stuff that Daryl, we were talking about, what you and I were talking about, because I asked Daryl the same thing. Daryl's going to bring some for me at the convention. I trust Daryl because Daryl's been around. He knows the import scene. So when Daryl tells me the Space Invaders, you want this game, that's why he gave it to me. So, can I send it to
You could send it through Polo. I'll try and do a screen record from that. That's perfect.
Maybe however you want to do it, whatever's the easiest for you guys.
And it doesn't have to be authentic either. Like, I have this copy that I just got in from Pipe Dreams Games for Police Nauts, and this one's like fully translated and everything. And they made this game. There's a lot of people who do that. They do these cool translations. They do a lot of Sega Saturn games. And then, of course, you have, Project Retro Games coming on in. They do a lot of translations. They do a lot of different games that we never got over here.
Yes.
So it doesn't matter if they're official or unofficial or, anything like that. There's a lot of companies that do that. Project Retro Games, Pipe Dreams Games. You got people who do homebrew games, just a little bit of everything. Kind of curious what everyone says, because if there's a Vectrex game that I don't have, I might want to know about it. And
Project Retro Games actually gave me one. I think it was Terminator 2 for the Sega CD, where he put the actual really good soundtrack in it, and he made it to where it was there was no censorship on it. So that's really fun. So if that game, he gave me that one. So I have to check. What is this? The game makes Brandy's hands look
miniature.
Low-key miniature. Got it. Yeah, there you go.
Probably.
Now you're a hand model.
Hey, whatever pays the bills.
There
if
you
I
go.
could be a hand model, that would be perfect.
There you go.
So that was my audition.
So Daryl said we'll talk about it on Saturday at the convention. So that'll be a lot of fun. We maybe have some of that for some video that we could talk about. But we did actually get one person that they sent in. One of our community question for this week was, what was it? It was, show us what you get at conventions. So we're going to take you to that right now, very quick.
Hello, I'm Chris Sebastian from Play It Games, Movies, and Music, serving Central Ohio with 3 locations. You are watching Game Master.
What are your thoughts?
That's a great question. That's a great question. Yeah.
We'd love to hear from you.
Now that we know Brandy's going to be going to Only Hands. All right. Anyways, so what we want to show here is I'm gonna you want to read the captioning as I pull this up. I'm gonna try to blow up the picture because the way he took the picture, which is fine. I just want to make sure everybody can see it when I cut over here to it. He's got 2 games here. What's going on, and who is it?
So this is my buddy Nathan. He also he might be in the chat. If he is, shout out your YouTube and everything. But I met him at Siege a couple years ago. Really great guy. He said, "Hi Brandy, good morning. I just wanted to say, here that he was excited to check out the channel tonight for the podcast. He didn't have a chance to create a 2-minute video, but he did say that these were his favorite convention finds. So Castlevania.
He had me at Castlevania.
Yeah, he got that one last year, and he said it was going for like over $70 on eBay, and he got it for well less than that
Wow.
So that's really good. And then the second one is the Crash Bandicoot Action Pack on the PlayStation 2. He also got that last year when it was going for a lot more. So he got them for both really good scores, and those were 2 games that he was looking for. So he was definitely excited about that.
That's a pretty rare game, isn't it? The one with the Crash Bandicoot saga or whatever it is that has all 3 of them.
I don't see that pack very often.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've not personally. I haven't seen it. I don't know. What do you guys think in the chat room?
Oops, was I screaming?
No, it was. I think it was the clip that we played with the community. I don't often play that, and I think people's ears. So it was up. I pulled it down now. So if I had to play it again,
oh, okay.
That was my bad,
guys.
Say,
if that was me, I pulled this thing up closer. So oops.
No, if it was you, I'd just let them blame you.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
We just wanted to make sure no one was sleeping on us.
Yeah, we want to make sure you guys are awake. Yeah. One of the cool things before we got to wrap up here, with the holidays coming, and one of the things I said to Brandy, I don't know if you guys had seen this. This is your geekdom. Okay, this has nothing to do with video games. Well, I mean, Star Wars is video games, but
close enough.
Home Depot has a brand new decoration. It's a 3.5 foot R2D2, and he actually moves, and he makes all the noises, and like right now it's sold out at Home Depot, but like some of the stores like you can go into, they will have it and they'll actually sell it to you. But at 3.5 foot, this thing looks pretty killer. I ain't gonna lie. But look, like he moves, like we've seen these at the convention. How cool would this be to have in your house?
Yeah,
for $300.
You can't beat that. You said there's another one to match.
So there is a Darth Vader you can get, which is 7 foot tall. That's right. You heard me. Whoops. Here, come on. There we go. Let me see if I can find the video.
That's a good deal for it. You said 7 foot tall.
7 foot tall, $300, and they also have a stormtrooper. Why you would want a storm? Yeah, exactly. Jason's like, shut up and take my money. Look at this. 7 foot. He talks and he moves. I mean, like I told my wife, I want this Vader. Now that I got the job, I want this Vader. Like,
is that sold out too?
This one's not sold out. Like I could actually order this, and the Stormtrooper is also $300. So if you want all 3 of them, it's like $1,000. But how cool is this? Like he looks legit like 100% Darth Vader. I just thought I would put this out there to the geeks and nerds that watch this show. 7 foot animated Darth Vader. You can get it for $300. Looks like it's the Return of the Jedi version because he's got the red eyes. Or a New Hope Darth Vader. Right here, Brandy, you can get Darth Vader delivered by Friday, October 3rd, or shipped to a store for the 6th. And then the Stormtrooper is another one that you can get. It's not sold out. Luckily, he has a candy cane and not an actual blaster because, well, he can't miss anyway. Like he can't hit anything anyways. So the Storm.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, for the holidays coming up, if you're into Star Wars, I figured this would be pretty cool. I don't know how my wife would feel if we had a Stormtrooper and a Darth Vader and an R2 in the house, but
I would all go in the bathroom.
No, they go in your bathroom. I know that.
Yeah, that's where they'd all go. That's what.
Well, you guys will have to see the ones when we decorate down here in the arcade. I have some miniature. I think they're only like 1.5 foot tall, plushy like Darth Vader. I have a Stormtrooper and I have a Yoda. So you guys will be able to see that. But I thought this was kind of cool. Anyways, I thought I would share it with you all. And, I came across it because they're pretty much selling out the R2-D2. So not that I'm telling you to be a scalper, but if you're looking for video games and you want to make some extra money, people are looking for these. The Star Wars community are looking for these R2-D2s and might be willing to pay a little bit more than retail.
Crazy.
For these R2-D2s, if you happen to, apparently in California and Arizona, they've been showing up a lot where people can get them. Wow. So, All right, Jason says we should see the Star Wars display stuff that he got last week. Oh, for real?
Yeah, he's been killing it on some of his pickups.
Oh, so wait a second. So he's killing it on the pickups, and we asked for a pickups video this week,
Yeah,
and we got nothing.
killing it, and we did just get one. So Mundane Designs, he did just send it through Marco Polo, and I just screen recorded it. So he is already, before the podcast even ends, he already did a clip.
Yeah,
for
so
us.
we have it for next week for him. What's your all excuse?
What's everyone else's excuse?
I'm just saying, come on now.
He's already ahead of the game. You guys are slackers.
Not that we don't, like we have a reach. I mean, I think we're doing pretty good. We might not have the
There are
largest reach, but
People message us and they say, "Hey, can I send a clip?" All this, and then they forget. They forget.
Come on, we want to see your pickups. No, seriously. Like, all joking aside, if you get some pickups, even if it's not what we asked for that week, send it in. Like, we want to see some of that stuff.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. We can fit it into our segment. So
yeah, we want to
whatever
showcase
you guys
it.
send us, we'll make over. See?
Jason, I had to give him crap, but no, but seriously, if you guys want to be a part of the show, it's a great way to interact with the show. It's a great way to be part of the show. You guys are in the chat room. You don't have to be on camera. Just show us what you got and tell us a little bit about it. So when we talk about it, we're not guessing and we can talk intelligently about it. That's all I ask. All right, we're gonna wrap this up here because we want to get out of here early because I have to get stuff torn down. There's some things here in the studio that I need to take with me tomorrow to go to PGX. And Brandy, my son and I, we got to still load the truck tonight.
Okay.
And then we can finally be ready. But PGX this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we're going to be live at different times. I'm going to have YouTubers on Friday and Sunday. And then Brandy and I are doing Game Masters Saturday all day. We're going to have different, not only live segments, there's going to be segments that you're not going to get to see until over Christmas break.
Mm-hmm.
Brandy and I are going to be doing some podcasts. At least we're going to shoot for 2 that we're going to record, but nobody's going to get to see them. And we're going to show them when we're all spending time with our families, and then you guys could still get the content over the holidays and enjoy it while we're all spending time, so you guys will still get to see. You'll say hello to Brandy at Retrofest. Well,
Oops, who said that?
Crickets, CC Games.
I have every intention to go, but the plane tickets are going up and not down like I anticipated. I just don't know if I can afford it this year. I just sent a message to Rick.
That's one of the reasons why even if I had a job,
$2,500 for me and Stephanie to come out.
Yeah.
That seems like a lot of money that I just don't have. That's crazy.
It'd be different if we were vending, but to come out and just hang out with people, it's just that's the same. Even with me getting the job today, it's just like I can't justify that. Like
the plane tickets are $700 plus, and that's like with layovers. If you do a straight one, like straight from here to there, then plus Ubers, plus the hotel fees, it'll just be too much.
Yeah, Rick doesn't. He offered to pay a little bit, but not much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I appreciate that. It probably won't work out this year.
It's not anybody's fault, but the flight. The flights have gone through the roof.
Up. Everything went up, so I'm not blaming no one, I'm not mad at anyone. It just when it happens, it'll be the right time. It might have to be a next year, or it might have to be a trip or something, like a drive instead of a flight, because airfare's way too expensive.
It's cheaper to go to Japan than it is to fly anywhere in the United States. No joke. Like, if I were to go to Arkansas right now, round trip, you're probably looking at $1,500. No lie.
I don't know why. Like, it's so crazy. You would think. I mean, not that it's like in the middle of nowhere, but like you would think, because it really isn't like this crazy whatever, that it would be a lot cheaper. But it's
all right. So Kevin's going to give us a report from there. So Kevin, you're going to have to submit your video afterwards, and we can definitely play it for everybody. Just, it can be separate from what you put on YouTube. Just give us a little, 3 to 5 minute clip that you don't care about, and then we can put it up here. We'll show it on the show for those that can't be there. Game on Expo. I mean, it's going to be expensive, like to fly out to those places. That's why, me personally, I've been going to places that I can drive to. I think one of the ones on my agenda that's outside of Ohio next year is the convention that Game Dad and Square Pegs are doing. That's in Michigan, so I'll be going to that one. That's in Kalamazoo. So, yes, I did today. I had my 4th and final interview, and they said they'd hire me, and I just got to wait for the offer, the official offer from HR. So I'm pretty stoked. It's right up my alley. More to come on that in the future when I can actually talk about the company.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty stoked about it. I don't have a start date. I don't have a start date yet. So, but it's positive. So things are looking up.
Yeah, and that's great news to send us on into a wonderful weekend.
Yes.
And we'll keep talking about all the conventions, and we already have Fangs the Wolf, who was also the one who sent in the picture of the
cool.
pickups. He joined us. He said he can't wait until the next podcast. Sounds like we're going to end this on a great note, guys, and we will see you in Pittsburgh. Go Pittsburgh!
I love that.
Hey, you didn't shut it off.
Was I supposed to?
Go Pittsburgh!
Oh, now do you want me to shut it off?
That was the cue.
I'm sorry. Dang it! It's been a while. I gotta do that again. Should we replay that?
Go Pittsburgh!